Welcome everyone. I'm here with Julia at the Christensen House, which is on the National Registry of Historic Places. Carrie and Leroy Christensen built the house. It was the early 1930s. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, my name is Julia Grosso, and I'm with the Catholic Worker, and we acquired this house in 1989. And while we were restoring the house, Carrie Christensen came by, and we had the privilege of talking to her and getting the story behind this house. This house, she and her husband lived in tents in this historic West Side, which was a formerly segregated neighborhood. And they acquired the materials to build this house, and she said she got the stones from the railroad yard, and she got some stones from Boulder Dam on this turret behind here. And she said that this home was meant to be a benevolent home, as she and her husband had adopted twin boys. And so we've been living here since 1989, and we have a picture of Carrie and Leroy Christensen in the house that she gave us. And so we wanted to put it on the historic register, and the city helped us do that. So it is now on the historic register, and so it can never be destroyed.
Yeah, I remember I read that they were religious, prayerful people, and they had a prayer room in here. And how they got the stones from the rail yard to build it.
Yeah. And since then we've been in touch with the grandson who lives in Georgia, and they feel very happy that the house is on the registry, and they feel like their grandmother was happy to see that happen.
And so the history of the Catholic Worker started in the 30s also?
Yeah, the Catholic Worker movement is a lay movement in the Catholic tradition, and it started in New York in 1933 with a woman named Dorothy Day, and the co-founder is Peter Morin. He's a little less known. The Catholic Worker tries to embody the social teachings of the church, which is about seeing the dignity of the person, finding the Christ in everyone that comes to us. And so there are Catholic Worker houses. It started in New York, but there are houses and communities around the country and actually internationally. It's about 250 communities, and they're all kind of autonomous, although they have a fraternity, and they all do some kind of expression of hospitality or the social teachings of the corporal works of mercy, like feeding the hungry, sheltering the homeless, clothing the naked, visiting the sick, visiting the imprisoned. So they do all those kinds of works, and they also advocate for peace and justice in the world. So there are communities all around. Here in Las Vegas, we've been here, like I said, well, we got this house in 1989, but we've been here since 1986. And our main focus is we feed people who are on the street and are homeless, and we provide a meal 3 mornings a week to about 150 people on the street. And then we also have houses of hospitality, which this house is behind me is being used for, where we live in community, and then we also have some space for people who need a place or that we get to know, and we can give them hospitality, and they live and work with us. We have a couple of other locations as well. So that's pretty much.
And a mobile health clinic and a
we do
shower trailer.
Yes, in addition to the food line, we once a week we collaborate with Clean the World Foundation, which has a mobile shower with 4 complete showers, so that we can offer 40 to 50 showers per week. And then the Catholic Worker also provides change of clothes, clean clothes, new underwear, socks, those kinds of things, and hygiene, and anything that really that people need, we try to provide. So we do that, and then twice a month we've been collaborating with different pop-up mobile clinics, and that just started this year. Touro University has been coming out and doing a pop-up clinic also, another local clinic as well.
I love the simple message, just love people and have a sense of community.
Yeah.
And your quote in that article with Carrie about the fast lane generation doesn't have the value of faith and community that many of our ancestors had a life of integrity.
Right. You know, that's the thing, is that if you study the Catholic worker and you start to understand it, really what it is trying to look at the first 300 years of Christianity and looking at the way people lived, because Christianity has kind of evolved and things have get distorted, but they were looking at the roots of the tradition and how people treated each other and how people lived in community and how they did hospitality. They took people into because they believed that Christ was going to appear any moment in the stranger, and so they took them in. So we try to reclaim, and they were pacifists. They refused to. They did not ever go to war. The first 300 years of Christianity, and that's another aspect of the Catholic worker where we really have been embraced the tradition of gospel nonviolence, and really what that is choosing love instead of hate, and so that's really about.
All right, well, I want to commend you for all the work you're doing here, and
thank you for sharing.
We want to get the message out, so yeah, like the video below and help us spread the word, and subscribe to the channel so we can get more of these videos out with people and organizations out impacting the community. All right, thank you very much.